Hello and welcome to Digital Photography's I3 lecture series. We are thrilled to have Sarah Silver as tonight's guest speaker. After completing a degree, yes, why not? Much deserved clapping. After completing a degree in Middle East Studies from Bazar College and working as a documentary photographer, Sarah undertook graduate studies in photography and related media at the School of Visual Arts. Her graduate thesis was published in Vogue Italia and helped pave the way for a very successful career in fashion photography. Trained as a dancer, Sarah has managed to incorporate her passion for movement into a distinctive take on fashion photography. Her work has been featured in publications including Vogue, V Magazine, Harper's Bazaar, and Allure. Clients include Pantene, CoverGirl, Urban Decay, Garnier, DKNY, 13M, L'Oreal, Revlon, Olay, Proenza Schuler, and Target. Sarah has taught workshops in the US and abroad in countries such as Thailand, Malaysia, India, Singapore, and Australia. She has been a guest on the TV shows America's Next Top Model, Bravo's Make Me a Supermodel, Lifetime's Project Runway, and TLC's LA Inc. So please help me welcome Sarah to our lecture series.
Hi. So I've never been in this building before. This is really exciting. When I was at SVA, it was down on 21st Street for the Masters in Photography, and this is really exciting. When we talked about earlier when I was being interviewed, and it was a really lovely experience, we were thinking about digital photography and what that means and how it's changed. I was thinking about in my head that all of you probably have a digital camera, right? Correct? And I heard you two gentlemen talking about how many frames do you get in your camera, right? And that used to be the conversation. When I was in school, it was still a discussion about whether or not it was digital versus stills. And this entire lecture series is hosted by the digital photography masters, right? So does anybody actually shoot film? Right, I know you two do. Over there, okay. I do not. And the strangest thing is that I never in my entire professional life shot a job on film. Can you believe that? Okay. I mean, the entire medium changed just as I was coming out of SVA. And I had a chance and a choice to either go analog or digital. Now, the whole reason why I'm talking to you today is actually because I made this very conscious choice. Who is a nerd?
That guy.
You're a nerd. Okay. Nerd is good. Not only is nerd good, but nerd is amazing. And nerd is what allows me, yes, I am a complete and utter nerd, to do what I do every day. I have two current interns. Raise your hand. Right there. And at the end, if you guys want to ask them what it's like working for Crazy Me, you can. My studio manager's here. I have a prior intern over there. It's very exciting. But I guess my point is that everything that I've been allowed to do and offered in my career is because I embrace what I'm good at, okay? Which is, first and foremost, I'm great with computers. I'm great with movement, all right? Because I wanted to be a dancer and I sucked at it. And hey, if you can't do what you love, why don't you photograph it, okay? Why not? Right? And then I'm fantastic, I think, I hope, and it seems to show, with the people that I shoot and my interaction with the models, all right? I don't shoot kids, I don't shoot food, I don't shoot still life, and I don't shoot cars. Hello. And I think that being very specifically drawn to what I love and doing that has definitely allowed me an amazing opportunity to have a great career. Who doesn't know what they want to shoot yet? Anybody? Not really sure? Okay. Well, my biggest advice that I can give you is to take what you love and try to incorporate that into the photography. Because there is such a huge number of photographers right now in your shoes, all trying to become professional photographers. And what sets you apart is you. It's just about you. Not trying to be somebody else, not trying to shoot like somebody else, not trying to live somebody else's career, but to identify who you are, what you love, and go for it. Okay, so I'm a nerd, all right? Go next. All right. A lot of times when I talk at schools, people ask me how I got to where I am. Please interrupt me if you have a question, and please, it also let me know that you're not sleeping. If you actually have an idea that you want to ask me about, I have no problem with that, okay? Does everybody agree? You'll stop me if you're inspired? Okay. I started shooting dance. I was a really bad dancer. I said that before, but I think I'm not really demonstrating. Like, I can't touch my toes. I don't like to sweat. I'm not very flexible. Like, I basically this is not going to be something I'm going to be good at. And I trained for a really long time as a classical ballerina, and then I went on to modern, and I was terrible at it. But I took what I loved. What are you good at? Because you keep nodding your head like this is like really making sense. What are you really good at?
Communication with people.
Okay, communication with people. Okay, so then you shouldn't shoot food because you want to shoot people, right? So I was really good understanding the essence of movement. Does anybody here shoot dance at all? Yeah, a little bit. Does anybody shoot movement, sports, something? Yeah, okay. Cars? I always want to know if there's a car shooter because those guys are going to make so much money someday. No? No? Okay. Well, I get movement, I get people, I get interaction. I love fashion. And I started shooting dancers that had no heads. Now, there's only so much market for dancers without heads. I think my mother would call me and she'd say, are you ever gonna shoot anybody with a head? You're hurting my feelings. Except she doesn't talk like that, but it sounds better. She was whining. But I started to get the feeling for how to direct because I started with this idea that I was shooting movement on stage. Does anybody shoot live movement? No? It's a pain in the ass. All right, let's be honest. Like, they move, you miss them, they don't do it again, they're out of frame, you cut up a foot, and the next thing you know, like, the whole performance is gone and you're screwed, okay? So shooting dancers in studio was really fantastic. Go next. And this is my thesis. So who's in their thesis year right now? Yeah? Okay. I've got really good news for you. You can do an entire thesis and let it be actually a viable piece of work for your future. Awesome, right? Like, I don't know, what do you shoot?
Travel.
Travel? Okay. Those pictures that you shoot on travel could actually be used for a long time, okay? It's not student work. It's not just what you do to graduate. The amazing thing about being in New York, and I just told another SVA class this, is that you are in New York and you start your career here the minute you walk into the doors of SVA, right? Okay, so everybody I worked with, hair, makeup, styling, this dance company, these are the same people that I work with right now. I mean, that's kind of remarkable, okay? So don't think about the work that you're doing as student work because you have the opportunity to use it, okay? I didn't have a thesis show. I don't know if you're allowed to do this now, but I told the head of my department that instead of having it printed, I'm gonna put it in Vogue. And he said, nice try. And I said, no, I'm gonna really put it in Vogue. And it was in Vogue. Go next. And this is part of the same series on a different day. I spent a fortune. It's called Credit Card. You can do that. And all of these pictures ended up being part of a permanent collection that has run in Elle, in Vogue, in you name it. It's kind of really awesome. So you have the option to actually make work that you will use for the rest of your life. What do you shoot?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I used to be a filmmaker, so I shoot something with a cinematic
Okay.
element.
All right. Which is incredibly hot right now. That's good. Troy loves that. Yeah. What do you shoot?
Architecture.
Architecture. Okay. What do you shoot?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm an art director.
Art director. Oh, awesome. Be afraid of you. Everybody gets to be really good friends with her. What do you shoot?
People and animals.
Okay. What do you shoot? Back there in the sweater.
Yes.
Dance and fashion. Redhead. You right there. Fashion.
I do mostly retouching, but I like shooting people.
Okay. Go next. So here's where the frustration sets in. You are a student. You're working on your thesis. You do it. Has anybody actually done their thesis yet? Yeah? All right. Did you hate it? Did you hate it? Sort of. Did you get stuck and you said, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, kill me? Okay, because I want you to feel okay. You have to grow and change. You have to modify what you do. You have to become a new shooter. You can't do the same thing over and over again. And I finished my thesis and I said, oh my God, I can't shoot one more dancer in a leotard and I want to grow. What am I going to do? So I kept going and I really developed my style with dancers in fashion. Okay, that's awesome. So go next. And this woman is a principal at New York City Ballet. It allowed me to do all sorts of great things with dancers. Go next. Go next. Oh my God, so much fun. I'm like, holy cow. I get to shoot real fashion. I got awesome shoes. I got awesome hair and makeup. But I started to feel limited again. And this is the greatest thing about being an artist, is you can keep growing and changing. So I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid of growing and changing. Go next. And there I did. I grew and I changed. I found what I loved and I finally arrived. I wanted to shoot real models in amazing fashion, doing all the same things that dancers do, but okay, they can't do the same thing that dancers do, but with dynamic, active, aggressive momentum. And then I found myself, okay? It wasn't overnight. It wasn't, I mean, I remember, who loves their crit class? Nobody should raise your hand. Okay, no, crit is amazing. But how hard is crit, right? You put your work up there. You, like, who's cried after a crit? Be honest, okay? I hysterically, you can ask the head of the department, and he'll tell you that he sent me home sobbing. I won't say what he did say to me, which was pretty aggressive and very smart. And he made me learn that you always have to put yourself out there and not be afraid of the consequences. But it's definitely, definitely the best thing you can possibly have is having a student experience, because all that growth that I had trying to get here, go next, I wasn't afraid of anything. I figured it couldn't be any worse than being in my crit classes. Go next. Again though, what happens when you're sick of having people jump? What happens when you're sick of everybody moving with the clothing? I mean, how many awesome dresses, I know it sounds terrible, how many amazing dresses can you flow around? Like, okay, maybe it doesn't get old, but it does get old. Because again, you gotta grow, you gotta change, you gotta move, you gotta change your style, you gotta keep growing, you gotta find ways to challenge yourself, and you can't get stuck in a rut, okay? Looking at all of you, if you become the photographer that does the same thing all the time, you're also getting boring and nobody needs to hire you. So I found ways of taking energy and momentum and movement and incorporating that into personality, okay? There's moments, there's movement, there's activity and action also in gesture, all right? Has anybody actually thought about gesture while shooting? Okay, because in fashion and beauty, it's huge. Gesture has an immense range. It shows energy, excitement. It's quirky. How many beauty, does anybody shoot beauty? Okay, because beauty with gesture is also really exciting, all right? So keep going. And a moment, keep going. And sometimes the movement doesn't have to be gigantic. It can be a flick of the skirt. Next. Or touching a shoe. Next, yeah. And then sometimes it's really sexy. And in the last couple of years, I think the most exciting thing that I found about what I'm doing is that it's all about the girl. Who doesn't shoot people at all? Okay. I have nothing to say to you.
That's fine.
But for me, this entire industry, everything I do every day, is about, who said they really get along with people? They like people. Okay, no, but it's true. It's all about the girl, okay? And what is fashion photography all about?
Clothes.
The fashion, exactly. And at the basic form of fashion, it's also about femininity or lack thereof, but it's about the women who are wearing the clothing. So they're not just empty vessels, all right? So again, with gesture and momentum and movement and energy and beautiful. And who doesn't not like, who doesn't, let me get this right, who doesn't like a girl who's tan in a bikini? I mean, come on, with wet hair, spraying her down. I mean, it's fun, right? Go next. Go next. Stop. So, okay, I haven't given years, but I will say that everything changes everything. The day I did my thesis, the day I found my voice and really ran with it was the same day that I met a makeup artist, okay? Who has a team of people they work with? Okay. I highly recommend finding people we were talking about collaboration earlier, finding people that you collaborate with, finding people you want to grow with, finding people that inspire you. It's really important to build and grow your career with a team. So this team, this makeup artist actually, and I've been working with him for over 10 years, and he was on my first job ever, is somebody that I've collaborated with and grown with. And he said to me, "Do you shoot beauty?" And I said, "What's that?" I was like, "You mean like lipstick and stuff?" And he said, "Yeah, like lipstick and stuff." And a whole new world opened up to me. And I started shooting gesture with beauty and faces and skin. And going back to film, what is the secret to really good photography in my head? Not making it look digital, not making it look like it's a fad, not putting a wash on it so that it looks trendy, but finding a way to bring what I think is the essence of photography, which is this sort of filmic quality, you and your film stills, right? And that sort of cinematic feeling also needs to come through in whatever you do to the photographs. This is where I start introducing more nerd. Who loves Photoshop? Okay, I'm sponsored by Adobe. I am absolutely in love with Photoshop. I love the entire suite of programs, but Photoshop, who can actually identify in their head like hotkeys and where everything is on the screen? Anybody? Anybody nerding with me? Okay. Oh yeah, right. Okay. I'm telling you, I mean, is my excitement for digital, like, are you getting it? Okay. You have control. You have control over your final product. I say that this generation of shooters is more lucky in the digital age than you ever were way back in the day of film. I mean, do you guys remember if you had a contact sheet, you would cut out the shots that you wanted to show the art director, you glue them on, you say you get to choose these, right? Or you had to give them everything. What do I do now? I edit on set with a client. I talk them into the shots that I like. Yes. If you're good with people, that's good. If you're bad with people, too bad, not gonna work. And I get to show them on set exactly what we're going to do with the file, which means that, go back one. Go back one. This color treatment, and go forward, and the black and white treatment, if you saw what the original files look like, and I think, are they on here? I think they are. They don't look anything like this. The raw capture is flat, it's a little lackluster, it's got all the energy, but it is definitely not there yet. And I tried to bring back this filmic grain, this texture, this energy, because one of the exciting things is that we have so much control with Photoshop. Who doesn't like Photoshop? You can leave if you don't. You have an amazing tool at your fingertips. I'm telling you, if you were on set with me, there is never a time I'm like, Wacom. Anybody not use a Wacom, by the way? If I'm saying Wacom and nobody knows what I mean, that's bad. All right, so I'm on the tablet, I'm retouching. I learned how to play piano from a really young age, so I can hotkey, Wacom, retouch, and talk about dogs at the same time. And they're like, I'm like, oh, do you want the hair a little bigger? Do you like this? Do you like this? How about this color? Let's add some black and white. Let's add some grain. Let's pump up the hair. I mean, I didn't really do anything to her. She's straight. Go next. Let's come up with something a little better. Okay, now, this girl's absolutely perfect. I didn't do anything. Go next. You know, oh, you didn't like that hot pink background that was there? Let me knock it out. Okay, you want this, you want this. And they walk home with a print and a JPEG of what they're gonna get. I look really good to the art director because they go back to the big boss. I'm like, we're done. I'm like, yes. How many times do I go into post? Like all day. And I'm telling you, the nerd in me has allowed me to do much more with what I do than I actually get booked, especially because I'm not afraid of talking and retouching. Don't be boring. You gotta, oh yeah, what'd you do the weekend? Cool, you like it bigger here? Oh, let's take this here. Oh, really nice, okay. Go next. Because people in the same way that you have all this freedom to do something new and exciting, you also have to present something new and perfect and done, because people have no imagination. Your clients will have no imagination. And they won't be able to explain when they get home that it's going to look better when she's finished. It's a hard sell. Go next. Go next. Okay, let's go back to gesture. Yay, so exciting. This looks amazing. Beautiful. I hate orange. Oh, no problem. Change it. If you don't have your 5 tips and tricks of things that you do really well on set, you probably should work them out. Like color change really fast, make the hair look beautiful, swap out a background, change a head. You don't like that head? No problem. I mean, a lot of times, and I don't even know, maybe it was this shot, maybe it wasn't this shot, maybe this covered her eye, and they said, oh, everything's perfect except the eye's getting covered. Instead of going back and trying to shoot for the next 45 minutes to get that shot without the eye being covered, just swap the head. Swap the head. Go next. Go next. Does anybody have any questions? Ask me a question. Come on. Come on, make it yours. Ask me a question. Come on. You're smiling. Yeah, go ahead.
How do you feel about using Tiffin's software package within Photoshop?
How do I feel about using Tiffin's software package
For grain and
for grain? Okay, I'm super old school and I do it all myself. I don't use skins or fast things or whatever. Like, if I convert to black and white, I do it by hand. I up contrast and things and do it all kind of in Photoshop. Again, because I'm a super nerd. I'm not saying there's anything wrong. Listen, whatever it takes to get there, but I don't use filters to get things. I mean, obviously grain is a filter, technically, but I don't use pre-made presets because what's the fun in that, right? I like to do, you know what? I like to go back and forth to school in the snow without boots on. I just like to do it my way, I guess. But yes. Does anybody, I really don't use that software. Does anybody else use that software? No, yes, no, maybe? Okay, well, I'm gonna go check it out because you recommended it. Or do you not recommend it?
if you have the need for it, it offers quite a bit to your
Okay,
bag of tricks.
all right. I'll take that under advisement. Does anybody else have a question?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
How do you think your, oh, I should use that?
He's pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's for the
Turn it on.
board. Turn it on the bottom?
Yeah.
The red button or this one? How, you study photojournalism?
No, I have a degree in Middle East Studies.
Okay, but did they say something about photojournalism?
I worked as a photojournalist, yes.
Okay. How do you think that does that play at all into what you do now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. Okay, so yes, I used to be a photojournalist. I worked in the Middle East. I learned how to be fearless, okay? And I think that's another really important lesson. I meet a lot of people that have their thing or that thing, and I have to say that it doesn't hurt to just not care. I will walk into a room and I will introduce myself. And as you know, because I just saw your class, I handed everybody a business card. And I said, hi, how are you? Eye contact, what's going on? I mean, look, you're walking into a shoot. And photojournalism is about finding a moment, right? So you're sitting there and you're guesstimating that something exciting is going to happen. I can make this girl do this 10,000 times, right? If you look at the screen, she's jumping. But it's the unexpected moment in movement photography that really creates the best of the best. I mean, okay, what's movement about? Let's break it down, because this is what I do. So that's what you get to hear about. Movement is, anyone? Energy, okay, what else? Awesome, freedom, okay. Energy, freedom. Transition, okay, well, and so at the basis of all of these is there is a beginning, middle, and an end, right? So if I jump, I start in one position, I jump up, and I end in another, right? Now, you can anticipate a moment, like you do with photojournalism, but what makes the best movement photographs is the unexpected moment. And that's what I think I got from the photojournalism, is that I will ask a model to do some of the weirdest, silly stuff, move around, okay, walk off set, walk back on set, okay, stop, especially if I feel like I'm not getting the response that I'm looking for. But this becomes, everybody can do this. And then the moment and the face and the hair. And I think that if you're looking for the most excited experience from a client's point of view, you're also getting their reaction, like, oh, wow, I can't believe our stuff looks so good, and nobody was expecting it. So the unexpected moment on top of the ultimate moment is, that's a pretty nice marriage of two things happening at the same time. Go next. There's a moment, there's a beautiful face, the hair is perfect, the skirt flies up, the leg is bent, there is something unexpected. That's all photojournalism for me, except that the one thing I didn't like about it was carrying around a heavy bag, wearing a head covering, and sweating to death with rolls and rolls of film, because I was shooting film at the time. It was not fun. I did not enjoy that. So that part I don't miss. Go next. Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, whoa. Okay, yeah. It's for the video. Yeah.
Sarah, you talked about the need to reinvent ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess to make it exciting. I'm curious, how did you get your inspiration? How did you get inspired when you hit like dead end?
Okay. I hit a wall a lot, okay? I can't lie and say that every day is amazing, because it's not, and sometimes the projects aren't amazing. I will say that the one thing that I always remind myself, and I tell everybody who's on set with me, is that the shoot that we're on right now is the most important, best shoot you've ever done, no matter what it is. And believe me, because last week we shot something that was pretty not totally normal, definitely special, and we walked on set and we said, today is the most amazing day. So the first inspiration that I really call is right here. Like, what is it going to take to make this shoot unbelievable? Who am I today? I'm awesome. I love this project. And I love the art director. I love the hair. I love the makeup. I love the stylist. I mean, I have these warm and fuzzy feelings being on set, and I think of these pictures, and I have a branding specialist who always says to me when I don't like a picture, it's because I was in a bad mood that day. It's really, because you have an emotional response to these pictures. But I've hit walls so many times, and you have to stop, you clear your head, and you ask yourself, what is it about this photograph that's going to make it amazing? Okay, so go next. Let's use this as an example. Okay, all right, here's a homework assignment. We're going to do it right here. Girl walks out on set. She's wearing super high heels. She's got this skirt that looks a little bit boring. Her hair is starting to fall, and she's tired because she's been jumping up and down for the last 4 hours. What do you do? How do you make this picture amazing? Anyone?
Give her a break.
Give her a break, okay. Chocolate. You've all taken notes. Chocolate. Models say they don't want chocolate, they eat chocolate. They need chocolate. It gives them energy. Or caffeine. When there's chocolate, there's caffeine in chocolate. So coffee also helps. Give them a break, give them a water. What else? What was that? Change the music. There's nothing worse. We were on set last week and there was no music, and I was getting bored. I was like, I started dancing on set, okay? So your energy is gonna definitely help. And I'm remembering right now what happened while we're shooting this. The skirt's kind of boring. We've done a bunch of dresses. I don't know what I'm doing. I start looking at the fabric, okay? What's the fabric do? And I ask the model to move around and play, okay? I'm like, well, because we've done these jumps, and the short skirt, when you jump, it like poofs up and it covers the waistline, and nothing looks good, and you're like, I don't know. By the way, at this point, I can guarantee you her feet kill, all right? She's like, oh, damn, you can hear her, like her feet are talking to me. So we're sitting there and we're playing with different body positions. I'm like, okay, do that cute thing. Do that cute thing. But don't make the cute face. Oh, okay, because she's like, I'm definitely sure that her face was doing something crazy at that point. Okay, move your head a little bit. And then I'm like, wind guy, let's do it. Little wind, build that up a little bit. And then maybe the wind, because it's coming from here, is also helping this kind of flow up. shouldn't take all day to get a great picture, especially if you believe that it's going to come and you don't get frustrated with yourself. I think that that's definitely helpful. Go next. I mean, listen, this shoot was supposed to be complete water delivery with all metallic bathing suits. And I mean, I had rigged up thousands of dollars worth of water, and I've got buckets, and I've got water hoses, and I've got, I mean, I'm telling you, this was like a really big deal. We spent an entire day building a scaffolding. And the stylist calls me and she goes, yeah, the clothing got stuck in customs, and we're gonna shoot ski and winter. And that was not what I had in mind. So how do you change your, you know, was the question about like, where do you find inspiration? Or, well, how do you also find inspiration when you're disappointed in what you're actually, what you were supposed to do that day? Because it happens, something doesn't show up, or somebody doesn't do what you want them to do, that also happens. Or, you know, how do you find inspiration even when you're totally sapped of your energy? Go next. And I gotta tell you, this story is one of my absolute favorites, but it is not what I had in my mind. I mean, does anybody visualize before they shoot? Does anybody see it in their head? Okay, I know that the only way, and I like I was saying before, you guys remember I said I only do what I like doing and I only do what I'm good at. If I can't visualize it, I know the shoot's gonna suck. Like basically I'm screwed. If I don't see it in my head, I have no idea how I'm going to deliver it to the final picture. And I had no idea when I heard that we didn't have the right clothing, I had no idea what this was gonna look like. And so I was kind of winging it. That was kind of fun. I'm gonna try that more often. Let's see how that goes. Go next. I love this story. Absolutely love this story. Oh, and this background is comped in. We did that on set. It helps. Go next. Love. Go next. So bringing it back to dance. Go back one. I love the unexpected momentum with movement. And I love how fashion has kind of turned my life into something I never expected. Go forward. And then I get called by places like Dance Magazine to shoot where I came from, and it's totally changed. I mean, you guys saw my thesis, right? We were looking at that. This is so fashion now. Where I started was dance that had fashion in it, and now it's so fashion with dance in it, and you change. And who was asking about changing and growing, and right? We're talking about that for a second. I'm not doing the same thing I was 12 years ago. I'm not the same photographer I was 12 years ago. It's still me, and I think that everybody should find your voice. I'm looking at you all, and I'm saying you will know that you have arrived and you know who you are when your work speaks for who you are. But this is crazy, go forward, because I got called to shoot famous ballerinas in fashion. I was like, yes, I've arrived, go next. And I absolutely love it, getting to work with these amazing prima ballerinas, but I light it like fashion, and I don't even remember where I came from. Go next. Here's some of the work that I've done over the years with that same company that I shot my thesis, which is totally grown and totally changed and like really exciting for me. Go next. And I love every year, I always think that I'm never gonna find any more inspiration to do anything new. I mean, I've been shooting them, 12 years. This is 12-year anniversary. Like at the end of this, you're gonna see the last shots we just did, just. You're like the second people to ever see this, and I'm gonna show you guys the video that we just did, which is awesome. Who's not doing video? This is important. You gotta get your inner nerd to love video. It'll happen. Go next. Bless you.
Thank you.
So much fun. Go next. Okay, so going back to movement. What's the best thing about shooting movement? Here, see that? Hair. It's on every model and it moves for free, okay? Like you all can go home and practice in the mirror and like move your head around. It's like, okay, you can't, I'm sorry. You can put on a wig, okay? But here's a byproduct of what I totally dig, which is movement, female interaction, physical everything, and then, whoa, you can flip your head around. Okay, go next. I mean, come on, awesome, right? You get a crimping iron, you spend hours doing the hair, and then this girl flips it around, and it's like instant awesome. Go next. Love. And it's gesture and it's momentum and it's not a ballerina, but it's pretty darn close and it is so much fun. Go next. See, that's kind of hair. Because fur is cool to shoot with movement too. Go next. And more hair. Okay. I throw this in because I built this entire thing on set. We started with like this picture, and I realized really quickly that, I was looking at you when I said, how do I keep it fresh, right? So I was like, how about a tableau? So we have, I don't know how many pictures of how many people, and literally I built a Photoshop file and was like, okay, she's here, then she's here, then he's here, then she's here, and that's totally amazing. Go next. And then it still works in fashion. It's okay to reuse your tricks, find new ways of kind of incorporating what you love, because I love a comp. Oh my God. Is somebody really good at comping? Siloing and comping? Oh, everybody gets really impressed very easily when you're like, no problem. Go next. And it totally works, and it makes, I think, the story of movement totally exciting and sporty. Go next. And it works with Tyra Banks, because she's like, do that thing you did. And I'm like, somebody noticed. Awesome. And Tyra's like, look, I can do that. You put that in the middle? I'm like, sure. That was her idea. It's fine. But and yes, I didn't retouch that. Like, that is her leg. That is how she does it. She's awesome. Go next. And I've always had such, there I get to shoot movement, fashion, celebrity, totally awesome, and such a great collaboration between she and I. Go next. Just love it. And she could jump in these heels. I don't know, do you see they're like major? You see these like spikes on them? They're really high. Go next. Girl like blows it away. Go next. She's so much fun. We did another shoot. She goes, I want to do that thing again where I do all sorts of crazy stuff. She had me shoot some ungodly number of shots in one day. I've never been able to replicate it. She literally was changing on set, hair and makeup, styling, like literally, okay, I'm next. Okay, Sarah, I got that one. Next. I'm like, does that girl ever stop? Go next. Seriously. She's amazing. Love. Go next. So, and then I get to do, here's the transition into, I love shooting hair. Well, what do you do when you shoot hair? Hair advertising, which is so much fun. Go next. And then here's some more comping. Sometimes it's very literal. Go next. And there's always a happy accident. And then who expected that go back? From silo shots, they're like, I don't know how, who's the art director? How does the art director look at my book and say, this girl, go next, is going to do the most amazing silhouette for Hawaiian Tropic? That's the genius of art direction. But it also, do you guys kind of get...
have a concept before you...
Okay, yes, I will say that. But do you guys see the, that it's all related? Like, you know it's me. You can tell there's like a specific feeling and a genre and an energy and a momentum, and it's feminine and it's pretty, and oh my God, this was fun to shoot. That was the most beautiful girl I never saw, because we shot her in silo. Like, literally, we didn't even see her face. I'm sure she was beautiful. Go next. I think one of the really exciting things also is to use mixed media. And again, we're talking about keeping it fresh. And here's the dance company again. This dance company has allowed me to try every idea that I've had in 12 years and then incorporate it into fashion and beauty. So they came on set, they said, what are we gonna do? Let's do something different. I said, how about we shoot smoke? Go next. Totally fun, go next. It's like really dynamic, go next. And then incorporating it into beauty, my makeup artist friend said, hey, why don't we do that thing that's so amazing and incorporate it into our next beauty shoot? Go next. Anybody ever work with dry ice? Yeah? Don't burn anybody. Be careful. It's really fun, though. Go next. Go next. I've also really enjoyed incorporating mixed lighting. Okay, so there's strobe and continuous light. And in this, I guess you would say this is the most the most new way that I found to keep things fresh and energetic for myself is to mix this lighting and to create even more dynamic momentum, because things are not necessarily 100% frozen in space. Go next. Sort of texture, right? I just want texture. Go next. And big, moving, awesome hair. Go next. I love it. And then here's the more commercial version. But can I tell you that this has gotten me more jobs shooting shiny, beautiful hair? And there's no difference between like ballet or fashion or hair. Anybody have, I give, see this? This is my new mailer. Who can tell me? And if you know the answer already, it's not fair. So don't do it. How do I get that hair so bouncy? You get to keep a mailer. It's beautiful. It cost me a fortune. It's thick. Thick paper's cool. Anybody have any idea? How do you get somebody to get such a bounce?
Shoot it upside down.
Okay, I love you. And the next time you decide to dangle a model from her ankles, don't blame it on me. It was not, no. Close, come on. Come on, who wants a mailer? Huh? Yeah! What's up, lady? You get a mailer. Will you hand this to her? Okay, what's the most awesome thing about a trampoline? Okay, so we have one of those jazzercise trampolines on set, and every time I'm like, okay, time for the trampoline, you have to like take it out and like screw on all the things, okay? And it's like this big, and you jump on it, and the hair goes like perfect. The secret though, I'm telling you a secret. The secret to a good trampoline shot is not like a gigantic jump. It's actually, you just keep your knees and you do baby bounces. If she goes too much, the hair like goes, it's like, if it looks like a trampoline, then you failed. So it's sort of, you just need that like, that little baby bounce. And then the model's got her whole workout, like she's like thigh master, like, but she's like, damn, it's set up, my hips, they hurt. But you know, you do baby bounces. Go next. Baby bounces, awesome. Go next. Or like not baby bounces at all, just flying hair. Go next. I don't know, does anybody else get excited by moving hair? It's like, it's exciting, I don't know. But I think talking about keeping it fresh, go next. I love what I do. Like, what can I say? I wake up every morning. I love the fact that this girl is right here, beautiful, posing for me, that I have an interaction and a connection with her, that the light is beautiful. Go next. I mean, come on, it's like the best job. Go next. And no matter who I'm working for. This is for Ulta. Did you have a question? Yes, go.
What's your mental preparation before you go into a shoot, especially trying to get the models to
Espresso for me. Coffee, right? Okay, yeah, let's keep going. Sorry, I was being sarcastic.
Can you just repeat the
Oh, what's my mental preparation when I go into a shoot? All right, so and keep asking. Did I cut you off? I'm sorry.
How do you get them, I guess, you need to figure out what to tell them to sort of
Okay.
get that mental state.
How do I get a model to do what I want them to do? Come here. Come here. Okay. All right, you're my model. All right.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Where are you from?
Switzerland?
Oh, where in Switzerland?
Zurich?
Oh, I've been there. You have that fondue chinoise, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like
Fondue
this.
chinoise,
It's meat, like really thin cuts of veal, right? And you put it in boiling water, right? And then they have all these little sauces. I was there for New Year's a couple years ago. It was amazing. What do you do for fun?
Go out.
Go out? Like,
Yeah.
do you like music, or is it like parties or
Concerts?
concerts? Cool. What kind of concerts?
Different kinds?
Oh, that's awesome. You can sit. Okay, do you see this? I love the fact that I get to meet new people all the time. And I think I'm shy, actually. Believe it or not, I don't know. Would you say I'm shy? Not at all. No, but really and truly, at the core, I think I'm an extroverted shy person, because I'd rather be on my couch watching TV. Mad Men, season premiere, that was awesome, like in my sweatpants. But because what I do is incorporating human beings, like, let's find a common ground. I've been to Zurich. I love Zurich. I love fondue chinoise. I had an amazing time. I have something in common with you, and we can get to know each other, and you can talk to me, and I get to feel what kind of personality you have, and I'm gonna get comfortable in 30 seconds or less. What was that, like 35 seconds, something like that? And then we get on set, and I'm like, okay, cool, awesome, that's great, right there, awesome. And then in between shots, they're doing the hair, and I'm like, hey, what else is going on? Like, do you see any good concerts recently? Like, we're all people, but I think that maybe it's the opportunity to get to know somebody really quickly, that it's like speed dating almost. Like I'm the speed dating photographer or something, I don't know, come up with a word for that. Go next, speed dating. And there's nothing, speed dating photographer, there's nothing more fulfilling than taking this amazing, like I love this girl, I look at this picture, I think about how much fun we had. Again, she's on a trampoline, and I get to see it in layout, okay? Because the word L'Oreal tells me I got there, like awesome, I got to take what I love, I got to shoot dance, I got to shoot fashion, I got to play around in studio before I found my voice, and then the legitimate like label on it all is wow, and it's in a magazine again, just like my thesis. Keep going. And it again, trampoline, woo, go next. Or comping, right? We're talking about putting 3 girls together. I did that on set. Like, yeah, those girls aren't jumping together, but they are when you're done. Go next. I throw this picture in here because sometimes you can't repeat things, and this picture has been the reference picture for every client that I've had since I shot that, and I can't do this again. This is like, sometimes, Eureka, it only hits once. My only secret for you is, especially because digital, like you're not shooting Polaroid, it's the real shot from the get-go. Make sure your lighting's set, make sure she wasn't, if she had done this in the wrong outfit or the hair hadn't been finished, I would have been totally screwed, because it's like you get one chance, right? Go next. And there you go, with more inspiration, finding how to recreate yourself. I was like, oh my God, dancers, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make it fresh? Trails, go next. Love those trails, man. Go next. How do you keep it fresh? I don't know. Find what you love and then keep moving it. Next. I mean, I love that. Go next. Love. Go next. There's a moment, there's a gesture. It's sexy, but it's quirky. Go next. And, you know, how do you take glitter and do it in a new way? Because, I mean, does anybody try to shoot glitter? Don't do it at home. It gets all over the place. I guarantee you. Go next. Go next. I just put that in because I wanted you to see that I could shoot a cool boombox, all right? And that boombox has a story. I had to borrow it from a DJ in Harlem. It cost me a fortune to get it back and forth on the car service, and I had to sign a waiver saying I would protect the boombox because it's one of a kind. Totally. I mean, literally, I mean, she's on it. Do you know how big this thing is? I mean, literally, she's like lying on it. She's a tall girl. Go next. Go next. Does anybody know that nails is actually a genre of photography? Nails. It's awesome. Beauty photography, nails. Go next. Go next. And then, you know, I get a phone call from Cosmo and they say, we really like your work with the moving dancers. We really like the idea of momentum. We need this location to look really sexy, but we want it to have an air of sophistication. I'm like, I got the best idea. Let's do trails. And it's what I do. Go next. I don't know, it's like cotton candy hair. Go next. And this is all because I played around and messed around with a dance company trying to find a way to reinvent myself every year. Go next. Go next. I think that the most exciting part about that, though, is that then I get a call from Swarovski and they say, we really like what you did in Cosmo. Can you do it for Swarovski? Okay, so does anybody have an idea what this is? These are thousands of crystals being chucked over her head, hopefully not hitting her, and then smashing and cracking on the floor. Go next. Totally awesome. Who expected that I would go from dance to this? But it makes sense, right? Go next. Awesome. Go next. I love my job. I love my job. Come on, guys. I love my job. It's amazing. Go next. And we were talking about the comping, right? I did this entire comp on set. These are separate images. This is not done all together. This was a massive beast. Taylor, were you on that job? Tim was. Okay. This was a gigantic undertaking because he's not on a treadmill. Like, we did each shot separately, and it had to flow. It was a Muybridge series. I cut up pictures of Muybridge's moving people. Does anybody know who Muybridge is? I cut up pictures of Muybridge's moving people, and then I matched the body shapes because you never knew. There's a delay on the shutter here. It was, oh my God, I could tell stories about this. Go next. Oh, I love what I do. Don't try that at home though. Water's a mess, okay? Like, I've ruined the floor in my studio. Go next. Go next. How am I doing on time? Go next. Oh, wait, go back one. Okay, water, by the way, is, again, another form of movement. Totally awesome. Go next. And has a practical application for beauty. Who knew? Okay, go next. And, ooh, sexy. Has an equally practical application for skincare. Go next. And totally awesome when then Olay's like, we like what you did with that dance company. Can you shoot bubbles and faces? That's 37 pictures of different droplets, though, because I like to play. Go next. And there you get, again, back to your dance roots. Yeah?
That's my favorite picture of all time.
Really?
Yes.
I really enjoyed shooting this. It's like a totally melding of, oh, thank you.
I saw it in Rangefinder,
Uh-huh.
and I went and got this magazine, and I've just been looking at it every day since.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, wow, thank you. Okay, so I love what I do, and that makes me love it even more. Thank you.
It's just dreamy.
Oh, I know. I love a good dancer. Woof. Go next. This is the newest. The new way to reinvent. What are you doing? How are you making yourself different? How are you changing? Oh, I don't know. And I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, how am I going to do this different again? How am I going to recreate and reinvent this dance company for the 12th year in a row? Go next. And it's a beautiful light and it's a great energy. And it's got, I'm telling you, again, though, see this stuff? Don't do that. Don't play with it. Don't get it near you. No gold. Ruined my dishwasher all over the floor, all over my equipment, stuck in people's fingernails. Go next. Love. Go next. There. And that's like 2 months ago. Go next. And that's my life. Thank you. I know it's hot in here. Or I'm really hot because I've been jumping around a lot. But I am ready for questions if anybody has any. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of your photos involve movement, but I've also noticed a lot of it has to do with like intricate lighting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as lighting is concerned, is it on? How much of your lighting technique did you learn in school or interning
Okay.
and then develop as you went along by yourself?
Okay. I'm not going to lie. I did learn a lot in school because I had amazing teachers. And I'm not saying that because I'm in SV. I love my classes. I was part of a photo and related media master's on 21st Street that had a 3-year program at the time. So I had 1 year of all undergrad classes and 2 years of grad school classes. And I got to take classes. Is anybody undergrad in here? No? Okay, because the undergrad kids they're awesome. I learned a lot from these kids because they had almost 4 years at that point of classes. Len DeLessio taught me, anybody take a class with Len DeLessio? Oh my God. Len DeLessio taught me everything about studio. I really admire that man. And then Chris Callis also, who I learned a lot of studio, and then he was my thesis advisor. But truth be told, I learned everything. I can't swear, right? I learned everything by messing up on set. I learned everything through a need, okay? Every time I'd be on set, and a new challenge would arise. There's a really dark girl with white clothing, or there's, a metallic surface that has to have a linear glow. Ah, Jesus Christ. Or, a lot of the technical stuff that I learned was actually just from doing, because you don't know what you don't know until you have to know it. Does that make sense? I don't know. I mean, I'm still learning. I got to tell you, every day is new. I'm looking at a creative brief. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay, cool. I'm going to figure it out. I mean, it doesn't stop. But I also find that there are different types of photographers. I really gravitate towards something simple. You don't have to have 45,000 lights to be beautiful. You don't have to have an intricate rim and a perfect key with another this and that. Like, you don't have to do that. I mean, I don't know. How many shoots are one light? One light with a fill. It's it. I'm like, if you have a beautiful subject, you have a gorgeous connection, and you're getting the energy out of her, sometimes you don't need an intricate light. And I will say that the difference between the model being really boring and like so over it, she's like, oh my God, I'm hungry and I want a drink or whatever. Ugh, when the photographer's talking and I'm hungry and this music sucks, to like getting the action, like, awesome, I'm here, I'm doing my thing, cool, like quirky, and you're interacting. You could have a really simple light, or you could have the fanciest light and have the most boring picture, or you could have a simple light and have that interaction, connection, moment with your subject. So that's my speech on how to get good photos. It's really about you more than anything. More questions? Yeah.
I take a trampoline to every shoot that I go to. As Tom will know, my trampoline was here for my entire stay at SVA.
Amazing.
And it's the best way to get someone to just like loosen up and be themselves.
Totally.
Because who does not love to jump on a trampoline?
Oh my God, absolutely.
Like, it makes the pissiest model
Make sure you've
fun.
got a good insurance policy so when she falls off, you don't get sued. But seriously, you guys all try a trampoline. I'm not kidding. You can go to Paragon. It's cheap. It does. I mean, it can be your thing. Nobody needs to know that you're actually using a trampoline. You're the first person to tell me you also have a trampoline. Wow. Anything else? Yeah. Sorry.
All right, most of you say you're always reinventing yourself. Most of your work, a lot of photographers have their commercial side and their private work.
Mm-hmm.
And you say you're a shy person. Within the context of that, is there a shy point of work, a hidden work that you do that you don't share?
Okay, everybody asks me what my personal work is. And Troy and I sit there and we're like, he's like, you need a project, but I don't have a project.
So everything is all integrated?
You could say that the dance is personal because ultimately it is part of a body of work that is something I've been cultivating for my entire career. But I mean, when I shoot mascara, I'm like, dude, I love that mascara. Eyelashes look great. And I'm so fulfilled. I mean, I spend hours trying to figure out how to shoot something that's not like what I do, but none of it really turns me on. I can't tell you. It's tough. Find me a personal project and I will do it that I like.
Only that's something you have to find too.
I know, but it's not, I don't have it. I'm gonna think about you when I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, Eureka, I got my personal project. I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna wake you up and I'm gonna say, I got it, all right? I don't have it yet. But I'm still happy, so what can I say? You're not happy, you're like, come on. Let's shoot something like shells, macro shells in black and white with like some sort of deeper meaning about the universe. I'm like, well, I went to grad school in fine art. I'm over that. Does anybody else have any questions? Yeah.
You said you have some background about documentary
Mm-hmm.
journalism.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi. And for me, a documentary is about a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and then that moment should be meaningful. Should be you want to show somebody what happened and how you feel at that moment. And fashion also is a moment, but the conception is totally different. How you balance it. For
Okay.
me, it's really hard to balance both.
We're talking about balancing the difference between the moment in a documentary photograph and the moment in fashion.
And when you're shooting fashion, do you find that moment is meaningful? Do you need to think what the meaning of that moment, or you don't need?
Okay, this is a really good question. So what is the meaning behind the moment in your fashion shot? Well, okay, so first and foremost, fashion is about fashion. So when I'm shooting fashion, my brain automatically, I'm a pragmatic person. What do I have to do to make this image as strong, as vibrant, and as meaningful as I can within the context of this story, okay? We're shooting, I'm gonna come up with something trite. We're shooting spring looks for bathing suits, okay? What does it mean? It's not that deep, okay? It's probably not that deep. But fashion is about fashion, so I'm thinking about what are the summer trends? What is the hair and makeup look? What is the fabric? What is the cut? How sensual should it be? How feminine should it be? Or how awkward should it be? And I'm thinking about all the ways in which fashion plays into the story. And when I say story, I mean what the editor, what's my concept, right? And in this particular case, it's spring floral bikinis with fluorescent colors with tassels. And it's all about surfer, beach girl, you know, I'm making my story, right? So I think about who that woman is, because ultimately, if I can identify who the person is, then I can make the fashion story real. Okay, but what does that mean? I think that that's the exact same way I think about documentary photography, because who's the person I'm shooting? When I was in the Middle East and I was shooting refugees resettled from Ethiopia in a tent city somewhere, you know, living in a certain way and living out their lives with a story, I was asking myself, what's their story? Who's the publication? Why is this interesting? And it's the same as who's the girl? What's the clothing? What's the story? It's the same thing. I don't know. I see it as the same. So, question.
You went from documentary to graduate school.
Totally. Boy.
Yeah. What was a deciding factor for you to go back to graduate school to get this particular degree versus just trying to do this on your own using the experience that you had?
That's a really good question. I'm a really big fan of education. I think that education is empowering. I think that learning with your peers and sitting, I mean, as enriching as it is for you guys to be in a classroom experience, I mean, think about also the professor. I went to a small school for undergrad. I love the interaction with my professors. I love talking to all of my classmates and discussing the work and what you were doing. And you can't get that when you're just out shooting. So you lose that. And I think that you're being trained right now to interact with your peers and discuss work. The most important thing I learned, and I think about it every day, is that I put a picture up on the wall and I had to defend it, because that's what critique class is, right? This is what I did, this is why I shot it, this is what it means, or it doesn't mean a thing, but this is why it doesn't mean a thing, because I shot fashion in a very fine art program, and so I had to defend that. Why am I shooting fashion? Why is this important? Why is this interesting and compelling? Okay, now I'm with an art director. Let me tell you why your underwear looks amazing. Okay, I see the detail in the leg. You see that fabric and the stretch. I see the new cut. I see how it covers the butt. I see how feminine it's going to be. I see how it's going to fit under your clothing. Look at that. Oh, you don't like that position? Well, I think that's amazing. I mean, look how her body and the way it sort of bends and it's very feminine. Oh, you like that glow? I know. I put that there because the edge glow makes the body look very voluptuous and doesn't look too skinny, and it says feminine, but it doesn't say too young. Like, I'm defending the work every day in the same way I did in grad school. So ultimately, the answer to your question is I think school is really important because the tools that you learn, like, hopefully you learn something right now, today, that you'll take when you have to shoot on assignment. And ultimately, isn't that what you're trying to do, is to shoot on command? I mean, okay, for those of you on a fine art kind of direction, that's not the same thing, but you know, you have to create a body of work when you work pretty much anywhere that is on demand, that is fulfilling a need, and is consistent, and on time. Navy, on time. And it's the same thing. All of that. Makes sense? I think I just went on a tangent. I liked school though. I really do. I feel I feel fulfilled right now being back with you all in school. It's true. Not lying. Any other questions? Awesome. Thank you.